Well, here we are again, sim fans. Racing 393, welcome. I've got a going to do rFactor 2 again, but as I've explained, as you'll hear when the video starts, I've had nothing but a headache trying to record to the PC. It's one of those annoying things where you switch it off, turn it on the next day, and Windows 10 for some reason changes stuff. I did find out that it was to do with the overlay had changed, and although I've said on the video I wasn't sure what it was, but it changed the location of where my file was being saved. But for some unknown reason, it was only recording without a picture, and there was nothing on the internet telling me what it was. So it's typically you get a fault. Normally, if there's anything that's you're ill, you put that in the internet and it tells you exactly what it is. You're going to die, basically. But anything to do with a computer, you put it in. Oh, no one's ever heard of it. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, here we are, rFactor 2 in 2D. And I'm just trying out just various layout of presentation. I know this is a relatively old subject, but these are the DTM 2018 variety. It's been out a while, and I know that 2019 is sort of more current, but there isn't a mod out on rFactor 2. It has become a go-to sim, so there should be quite a lot of rFactor 2 content that I'll be doing over the next sort of few months and things. Let me know what you'd like to see. There's various new content that's come out today. Well, I don't know if it came out today, but it wasn't there yesterday, so maybe it was in between. But it's to do with Formula 1. And I had a quick go at that today. Isn't quite running as well as I expected it. I think that's just down to the higher processing power needed to do the graphics. I will try some VR racing, probably on rFactor 2 and probably on some DTM, because I know it's very stable and it looks the part. But interesting to see how that comes across. I'm not a huge fan of VR content online that people do, but it is being watched a lot of, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I've rattled on enough now. I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the video. Give it a like if you like it. If you don't, then at least share it. Just get some people on board to see what they want to see, what I want to do. I'm doing sort of my best to try and get things a little bit better looking. Let me know if that needs to be improved, and we'll go from there. But that's the end of me for now, and all I can say is enjoy the video. Right, good afternoon, sim fans. This is another video. I said I wouldn't be doing any others immediately, but I've decided I've got a bit of free time today. I've had a bit of an issue though. Let me just go through some bits and pieces with you, just so it's documented. Right, so in options here, and under video resolution, you can see my settings there. Now, what I've changed, I've had a real issue recording rFactor 2 on what I use, just because I haven't got any other capturing software, as it were, on the PC. I use the GeForce Experience Shadow Play. It's fairly foolproof, actually, you'd think. Now, I don't know whether it's just fluke, but where it says window, I had that on. I'm not even going to click that, but it was on windowed mode. When playing the game, you couldn't see any of the like the toolbar across the bottom or anything like that. And I just happened to change that to full screen. and then it worked. Because what was happening, I was recording whatever it was, only for the recording, once I look back on it, to just record the sound, and there wasn't any video playing. I don't know why. I haven't changed anything on the PC. So that's one thing about the PC which is annoying. You know, you don't touch it, then all of a sudden it changes. So I'm sort of putting this up now like this, just to sort of remind anyone else is having problems. Perhaps that could be the reason why. It was only on rFactor 2 anyway. I mean, I did a quick recording test on GTR Evolution. Works fine. One of the main things I found is I've changed the the destination of where it's recording my videos, because I haven't really got much room on my hard drive anymore at the moment until I get another one. So I'm recording onto a memory stick. So I had to change some settings in Shadowplay. So, you know, an hour down the line or more, and an hour down the line, and here we are, kind of thing. So anyway, so what we're going to do is a race around the Silverstone GT circuit. And what we're a mod, a 2018 mod, and I'm going to be in a Mercedes DTM. Now, like I said in my other videos, so I quite like the way you can move that around, spin it around and stop it there. It's quite well modelled, actually. You can't knock the guys that make this. The detailing is quite incredible, and when you do this in VR, it's amazing. I mean, for something which, you know, DTM's not exactly the cut and thrust of motorsport. I'm not saying that it should be, or I'm not saying that there's, you know, I'm not saying Formula 1 is the cut and thrust, but it's certainly not. If you had to name motorsport to the, you know, we're talking like even a motorsport fan or the general public even, but that's pretty unfair, isn't it? The general public will probably say Formula 1. But a motorsport fan, if you had to go and name a motorsport discipline off the top of your head now, like quick, you probably wouldn't mention DTM, to be honest. Now DTM has changed a lot over the years. But what they did have was a lot of aero packages on them. They've still got that. But for 2018, that was last year, they brought out some different sort of, you know, silhouette type body shells. And the technical regulations stated that the cars, and on every, like an aero, they called it an aero flick. Now I'm kind of looking at this picture now, and it says, well, I'm looking at also the technical regulations on that. I'm that sad. Now what it's saying at the front of the car, which is, I can zoom in actually, which is interesting. That bit there, can you see that? That kind of that aero flare. I can't tell. I can tilt the car. I can't zoom in anywhere else other than there. So you can see in the corner there, right there on the stair, there was an aero flick. Now if I zoom around like this, sorry, my mouse isn't working properly. There we go. So that bit there, that little aerodynamic aero flick, if you like, you can see sort of sends the air up over the wheel arch, and presumably over these vents. that you can see. Well, the vents the other way there, aren't they? So I don't know whether that distorts the air that goes over here. Maybe it causes I don't know, maybe it disrupts the airflow and then causes more downforce. You can see here, not sure what that is. There's another aero sort of part here. So according to the regulations, that was changed, because these cars tended to have tons of like add-on bits, like Formula 1. You'd almost expect it on an F1 car, to be honest. I mean, it is like the ultimate in engineering, design and technology. That's kind of where it stems from, and then it kind of migrates its way down through the chain into everyday cars eventually, and hitting all the other aspects of cars en route and other forms of racing. Yeah, it had a side duct there, so that they simplified that. I haven't got. Maybe I should look on some of the other mods. Maybe they've modded them, if it's that accurate, with some detailing on there. It'd be worth looking at that on the game, actually. And that's basically it. There was also the thing with the downforce. There was just too much of that, too much downforce. And you can see here I mean, this car is very, very simplistic now to what it used to be like. I'll zoom the wrong way then. So you can see the back of the car. They've still got this wheel arch here. They've got a diffuser. But it's quite a simplistic diffuser. And the rear wing, as I come out and I can sort of zoom around the other way, I might better. You can see there. The reason is my mouse isn't really on a mouse mat, to be honest. So it's got like the wing at the back there, and it's kind of underhung. There was a car actually on Top Gear. It was that new McLaren, not Top Gear, GT. I've gone blank. Grand Tour. There we go. On the Grand Tour, this McLaren, this lighter McLaren, which is going to kick ass. It's a lot quicker. It was the quickest round their track, the Ebolodrome. I wish I'd use a proper racetrack, because you can't really get the cars up to their full potential on what is essentially side roads. Or, you know, if they hadn't have mucked about, they would have still had the velodrome, the Dunsfold, you know, with the famous Top Gear test track. That would have been a bit better. Anyway, that McLaren had an sort of underhung wing on it, and so is these. So apparently it gives you more downforce, so I'm led to believe. Now, other things with the rules. Under the body, so what they're saying here, I don't know whether we better see anything here, to be honest. I very much doubt it. People can't take the body off. So now you can't see. I was hoping you could see in there. I can't believe the detailing on that, actually. Apparently the springs underneath the car are standardised on all of them. This is, I mean, we are talking about 2018 now, because this is a 2018 spec car. So the springs are all kind of the same on all the vehicles, and what it makes the cars less stable in the corners compared to not last year, 2017. There were almost Formula 1 cars with a body on, and as we know, when things get that complicated, it starts to ruin the sport. I'm just looking down here now. The minimum, they changed the weight on these cars as well, so including the driver. Well, it says there 1,115 kilograms. That's mega light. It's not just over a ton on something that puts out that much oomph. The engines were done so that they sort of last a lot longer. Again, they're fixed, even though the body shells, my understanding is, my understanding with the engines are that they're the same engines, but it's just the body shell that's different. I don't know if that's true actually. I'm pretty sure that would be a Mercedes engine under there and an Audi engine under the other ones. I'm just looking down. No, I can't see it, so I'll have to come back to that. Or whether or not the engines are the same in all the cars. It would make sense, as all this speciality kind of approach. Anyway, this eventually I'm going to get round to the racing. I will edit some of this. So we're going to go back. So we're going to be in a Mercedes AMG. Sorry, I've got my phone was going then. And it's actually got Mr. Mortara. And the reason I kind of, this name rings a bell for me personally. I don't know. It's just probably a coincidence, but the kart track that I used to race at once a year had a Roy Mortara memorial meeting, and that goes back years in karting. I was wondering whether or not it's got any relation to the chap that raced these. I've no idea, but it's just interesting how that name rings a bell for me. Anyway, yeah, so we're in this, he's got the Zandvoort liveries on there, so he chose that one. I was actually thinking what else we could have. Maybe choose another one. A pink one? That's not really me, is it? It's not a bad colour. That one's not too bad. I might change the colour scheme just for today. So we've got some AMGs, BMW M4s, Audi A5s, and we're in DTM 2018. And we're going to go around the Silverstone GT layout. As my phone goes beep again. So I've got the AI on 96%, aggression on whatever that was, I should know, shouldn't I, 30, and the mechanical failure on 100%. So there's lots of people that don't like the Silverstone track. This one. What should I say? The bit that goes in the middle is a bit fiddly. Just after the start-finish straight. And that... the bit up there in the top left looks like a nose. Was that the veil? Is that veil? I can't remember now, but I know the main straight used to be up there on the top. That top straight used to be the start-finish straight. We're back again at this bit. The reason I'm back here again is I loaded the game up and it loaded a different car. Nothing to do with what I just chose. And I was talking about the start-finish straight on here. So yeah, so it's split into two, which is why the track has two start-finish straights. The one we're on is the one that's got the new Formula One sort of that wing that looks like an aircraft, you know, because it is built on an airfield. That's the sort of the main bit for the Formula One cars, and then the original start-finish straight is at the top there, that main straight up there. So hopefully we'll be in the right car this time, which we are. So I am going to do a little bit of practice and quali. and I'll get back to you. So although this is recording, I won't keep it in there. My phone has been going nuts, so let me check that out first. So you can see after practice, I've done a little bit of tweaking to the car. It's made absolutely no difference whatsoever. It's a very slippery car actually. So I broke the 2 minutes barrier, which was my goal, but I'm still like a million miles off the next place guy. So I need to find some pace in qualifying. So I'm going to go on to some qualifying, do a bit of that, and I'll come back to you to see how I got on. So here we are at qualifying, ready to go. We've got 10 laps of qualifying. I had a 1:59.690, I think. I've done a bit of tweaking to see if it makes any difference. I've softened the rear up because I felt it was a bit too arse-endy. Soften the tyre pressures a little bit so that there's more contact patch on the tarmac. Well, that's what I think. We'll see whether our factors actually implemented those nicely. I believe they do, so we'll give it a go. I'll see you in 10 laps. Right, so I've done 7 laps in qualifying. I did a bit of a change on the setup. It's made no difference. I've done pretty much the same sort of time, but everyone else is quicker. I don't even know. I should have perhaps put the fuel down. That's not going to buy me 3 seconds though. Dear me. Yeah, there's only slicks. There's only one type of tyre. It gets a little bit when the tyres get worn. It does slide a lot, and I think a lot of it's to do with this brake bias, maybe this pedal force here. So I'm going to knock it down another 5%.
Air and track temps are falling. Air temperature is now 21. The track temperature is now 21 Celsius.
Right, so we're going to get at the back of the grid. Previous to me actually recording this, I'd qualified sort of like 8th in this exactly the same class. So take that for what you will.
That's the end of the session, 21st.
Yeah, a 50. I did a 57 in practice, so it's still not quick enough. So we go to the next session. Woo! That's 15 laps. So make sure we've got enough fuel. And so this will be 15 laps. It's probably take about half an hour. DTM 2018 around the Silverstone full Grand Prix circuit. It's got the GT layout, so basically that is the Grand Prix circuit. To wish me luck.
The air temp is 24 Celsius.
Hopefully you can hear me. I will try and commentate as well.
Go, go, go!
Right. You'll see, first corner bunching. Especially here at the first hairpin.
Easy, car on your left. Easy, hold your line. Clear on the left side. Car on your left. Still there. Left side. You're clear left.
So we've got no DRS at the moment. Certain points of the track, I'm guessing.
On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Easy, hold your line. Careful, still there. Hold your line. Clear left, car on your left. Clear left.
The bodywork's in pretty bad shape. We might need to fix that. Yellow flag, watch out. Ah, Dean, restart it and get on it. V21.
Here we go again. Start. Start 2. I crashed.
Go, go, go.
The AI, you can race.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. Careful, car on your right. Still there. Hold your line. Easy, hold your line. Still there. Careful, still there. Hold your line. Clear on your right. Easy, car on your left. All clear on the left.
Get swamped here.
Scratch. Ignore it. Well done, Dean. Good start.
Left side. Clear left.
You're locking your left front into Brooklands.
That is the least of my worries.
Track temperatures increasing. Air temperatures now 24. The track temperatures now 24 Celsius.
Right, let's see if we can stay out of trouble.
Car on your left. Clear left.
The AI setting may be a bit too high on this mod for me.
Still there. Easy, hold your line. Careful, still there. Still there. All clear on the right.
17th place. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
Clear on your right.
You picked up a bit of aero damage.
Oh well, that was
You're locking your left front going into farm. Okay mate, take a breath, fire it back up, get back on it.
right. I was doing quite well then, but I'm gonna reset that again. That goes beyond my my agreement of that first lap collision, but I thought I cleared them. I did make an error, but it saves me driving around aimlessly on my own. We'll restart the race for the third attempt.
The air temp is 20 Celsius, 15 laps. Okay Dean, be ready. Green, green, green.
Car on your right. Still there. Clear right. Car on your right. Clear right. Left side. Hold your line. Easy. Hold your line. Hold your line. Careful. Still there. Still there. Clear on the left side.
You've got a little bit of bodywork damage there.
All right.
He's trying to block me off, isn't he?
Still there. Clear on your right.
You're locking your right front into Brooklands.
Careful, car on your left. Easy, hold your line. You're clear left.
Juncadella is now leading.
Right. I'll try and stay out of trouble this time. Someone has gone
Yellow
off.
flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Left side.
We can see Ericsson and Green have binned it in Beckett's.
On your left.
Green flag, sector 2.
Clear left. Car on your left. Hold your line. Still there. Clear on the left side. Car on your left. All clear on the left. Careful, car on your left.
Sector 3 is yellow.
Careful, still there. Clear left.
We think that Duval and Glock have crashed in. Stowe. Sector 3 is clear.
Car on your left. Careful, still there. You're clear left.
Well, it's certainly a feisty formula.
18th.
Left side. Still there. Easy, hold your line. Clear left. Easy, car on your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
They fight back.
The guy ahead is Green.
On your right. Still there. All clear on the right.
But BTCC, how it used to be. Quite a bit of bodywork damage as well.
Yellow flag in sector 2. The gap to Green ahead is now 0.9. We think Duval has gone off in Beckett's. Sector 2 is clear.
And that's behind me.
The gap to Glock behind is now 0.8.
A very slippery car now on these tyres.
The leader has just done a 156.7.
Very difficult actually now.
16.
Car on your right. Clear on your right.
Under the brakes, they're immense.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
You're right, trying. Shut up.
Air and track temps are decreasing. Air temp is now 22. The track temp is now 22 Celsius. Take it easy, you've got cold tyres.
Left side. All clear on the left.
This is not going to end well.
Careful, car on your left. Clear on the left side. Car on your left. You're clear left.
Oh my
left
God.
side. You're clear left.
Sector 2 is yellow.
He's sort of a demon outbreaker then, wasn't he? Jeez.
Yellow flag.
Easy, car on your left. Clear left.
It looks like Power has crashed in Stowe.
I saw him spin as well.
Into Stowe. It looks like Power has gone off in Stowe. Green flag sector 3. You're locking your left front going into Club.
But no grip at all, this car now.
Eng is now in the lead. Sector 3 is 4.2 seconds off the pace.
On your right.
I knew he was going to do that.
All clear on the right.
P15.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Alright. Just keep my cool. Tyres look knackered on that graph, but it says they're cold when they're hot, so don't know what to believe, to be honest. I should have been commentating and I haven't been doing so. It's just been a bit hectic.
We think Motara has binned it in Beckett's.
Clear left.
Ooh. Well, I'm Mortara. Must be his brother.
Sector 2 is clear.
See the aeroplane wing there?
We think Glock has gone off in Stowe. Green flag sector 3.
The AI is certainly feisty.
The gap to Diresta ahead is increasing. It's now 2.6. P14.
I'm just trying to drive as smooth as possible without
Motara is reeling you in. The
Without
gap's now
talking.
1.5.
So the DRS works in quali and practice, but not in the race. Interesting. I can't get out of that complex. I always muck up that last one, and I've been caught by the pack.
Your right tyres are cold.
Can't be, they're glowing.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Pete is leading the race. New fastest lap for Festa, 155.2. New fastest lap for Duval, 155.1. Fastest lap for Hour, 154.9.
Trying to
You're locking your right front going into Village.
keep out of trouble with the AI. So
The gap to Diresta ahead is increasing. It's
what is
now
interesting
1.7.
is that how well this is
Tyres are
modelled.
cold.
The car, the track, and the way this car handles. It might not be perfect, but you get some good feedback through the wheel. Now that the tyres have gone off, it would seem. Let's get this complex right.
Yellow flag. It looks like Muller and Festa have gone off in Beckett's.
That's it. Trying to hit that time.
Green flag, sector 2.
I went wide anyway last lap because it was my mistake. I went wide that time to avoid a car. At least they're all crashing and not me at the moment. But all behind me. Try again for another lap. Lap 6.
That last lap was a 1:59.6. Okay, Dean, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 13th place.
Car on your right. Clear on your right.
You're locking your right front going into Village.
I know.
On your left. Still there. Clear on the left side.
You're locking your left front into Brooklands.
So I'm not commentating at the moment. So that's lap 7. I've just lost a place. And I'm trying to keep ahead of the rest of them. A 1:54, the fastest lap. That is immense. And here comes the Audi.
Your right tyres are cold.
They can't be cold. I'm actually knackered. Just trying to keep ahead of anything at the moment.
Car right. Still there. They're on your right. Car right. All clear on the right. On your right. Clear right.
So lap 9, I think that's my teammate that's got past me.
Just done a 1:59.1. You're all over the place. Come on, man, get your head back together. 15th place. Eng is now leading.
Yeah, I've made a lot of errors then on those last few laps. I'm on there.
Car right. Careful, still there. Clear right.
You're locking your right front into Village.
Still. Do that all race. So I'm down to 15th from dropping places. The tyres are shot.
Tyres are cold.
So they're glowing red. That's not a good sign. Regardless of what my crew chief says. Just about stay where I am at the moment. Coming up to lap 10, 5 more to go. I've got no more in me for the grip of the corner, there's nothing left.
This lap for Motara, 1:54.6. Okay, Dean, don't let this guy distract you. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left.
Well, it's not me setting the fastest lap, is it? Oops, understeered.
Car on your left. All clear on the left.
not far off the leaders, but
Car on your left. Clear left.
they're so strong on the brakes. It's mad. Get some speed around here.
The gap to Motara ahead is now 4.0.
So it's got no front end at all now.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 2.
That's a place back. I'll take that one. Seems to keep spinning there. Maybe that's an AI glitch. I didn't catch him. Joking. That left front tyre's getting a right old pacing on that part of the track. So a little bit more, a few more laps to go. Coming up to my 12th lap, which ain't bad for me. A 57.3. It's better than practice at quali.
Yellow flag in Sector 3.
Ooh, another yellow flag.
Sector 3 is clear. We think that Whitman has gone off in Stowe.
That was behind me, to be honest.
The gap to DRS
Lap 12.
is increasing. It's now 6.4 seconds. Only 2 laps of fuel left. That lap was at 158.0.
Hope I've got enough fuel.
Sector 1 is yellow. It looks like Ericsson has stacked it in farm. Green flag Sector 1.
Again, that's probably behind me because I've got the ticker tape at the bottom. I've got a bit of a gap now.
The gap to hour behind is now 3.5 seconds.
Well, the AI do behave themselves when you give them a bit of room. Which is a testimony to the programmers at rF2, Studio 397. This really has turned into the go-to sim. It just keeps improving.
Your rear tyres are cold. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Lap 13.
Fuel on the next lap. Box this lap, please, Dean.
I'll put enough fuel in.
You're locking your left front going into the loop.
4.9 something litres left. Well, we'll keep going, we'll see what happens.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Bit of a schmozzle.
Left side.
Sector 2 is clear.
Clear left. Car on your right.
We'll take that.
Easy. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear on your right.
We think that Duresta has gone off in Stowe. Sector 3 is clear.
3 litres left.
Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. 10th position. Last lap. Sector 2 is 2.5 off the pace. We can see Motara has gone off in club. Green flag sector 3.
Not bad.
The gap to Muller in front is now 1.0.
So this is up to lap 15, is it? That's a bit weird. Not including lap 15.
Car on your left. You're clear left. Car on your left. All clear on the left.
2 litres remaining.
Half a lap left apparently. This is where they always crash here, isn't it? See if they make another mistake. Nearly.
All clear on the right.
He's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth. 1 litre remaining.
1 litre?
We're seeing right front locking into Stowe.
Car on your left. Clear on the left side. Careful, car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left side.
Whoa.
Left side. All clear on the left.
V12.
Careful, car on your right. Clear right.
Ooh.
Clear. Car right. Clear on your right.
That was interesting.
Easy, car on your left. Clear left. On your left. You're clear left.
Right, so that's that was a 30-minute race. I might edit some of that down a little bit. I'll re-watch it. And that was in a DTM mod, 2018 on rF2. Very, very good actually. It simulates the actual race strategy amazingly with those tyres. The AI were as good as can be expected, I guess. They were making mistakes. I made some mistakes, as you can see. So they did they were quite aggressive. I mean, I had the aggression up a little bit higher than perhaps what I normally would. What do I have here? So I had 95% AI strength, 30% aggression, and the damage multiplied by 100%. That may need to go down a little bit, but then I was catching them towards the end, so I don't know whether that's just the AI slowing down, or I didn't think I went much quicker. but I like the way that the tyre simulation was simulated. Went off. The tyres, you could feel the tyres getting looser and looser, which I thought was quite good. And you know, to last 30 minutes on a race around there, yeah, it's saying something. So, well, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in a couple of weeks when I'll do another one. Thank you for watching. Right, that's the end of that video. Like I said, just like to do a bit of an end, like a debrief or a conclusion. So I tried to edit most of that out, the bits that not a lot happening. It's quite tricky actually, and you don't realise quite how much work is involved. Not only you got to piss fart around recording it when that doesn't all go according to plan, you've then got to piss fart around rewatching it. And I think one of the things to have to hand, perhaps next time I do a race or a bit of blurberage beforehand or even during, is have a little bit of a script. It's all ad hoc or ad lib. I'm just making it up as I go along, you know, what my sort of own knowledge, which is why there's gaps in the knowledge, and also things like background noise, you know, so you can hear the TV and things, and by the time I get in now to turn it off, it'll probably all finished, so you can guess what program that is. No, I'm not watching it. So yeah, little things like that which I think make a big difference, because it seems like I'm just on a walk past, or think I might do a video whilst I'm walking past. But yeah, I think there'd be a little bit more structure to it if I can, which is why these people that roll out videos, perhaps like I used to, it's not obviously the best way to get more people to watch. It's very difficult actually, because it's everybody's doing this now, so there's not a lot of, you've got to do something quite extra special to grab the attention of people. I believe just doing, like I've just done, a race comms probably isn't the way forward, but I'm still working on some ideas that I've got, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, like I said, another one in probably a couple of weeks if I get time. It'd be nice for some feedback. Like I'll ask for feedback all the time. Let me know your thoughts. But other than that, enjoy your sim racing.